Welcome everyone to the Ballinesian podcast, episode 75, week 5 recap, sponsored by Livasa Island Apparel. Check them out at the website, www.livasaislandapparel.com, or follow them on Instagram. Shout out to brother Eri, brother Vada down there in Modesto, California, doing the big things. So I'm Lance Falatongo.
I'm Mike Fiso.
Mike, you just got some new gear from Livasa, yeah?
Yeah, I got their Chunky Chihu, got a hoodie, and then a Love and Light gold crew neck for my girlfriend. She really enjoyed it. I like the hoodie's good too. Worn it twice, got a lot of positive feedback.
That chunky
might be
style.
purchasing some more for some other people.
Nice.
I was like, "Here's the link," and they're like, "Oh, can you get it for me? I'll pay you back." I'm like, sounds like it would just be me gifting it to you, but I'll do that. I ain't mad about it.
Nice. It's good gear. Love and Light. Catch the wave. Again, www.livasaislandapparel.com. Let's get to it. Episode 75, week 5 recap. Mike and Lance here right now. Brother Forrest is going to join us at the conclusion of the Monday Night Football game. His Las Vegas Raiders are hosting the Packers right now. Third quarter as we're recording this. So you should be here in like the next 30 minutes or so.
If you look closely into my eyes and my sunglasses, you might be able to catch some of the game. And also in the screen behind Lance.
Yeah, I also have it on here in
Don't sue us, NFL.
in the living room. We're not using the audio, just pretend it's the link. Let's get into these games. Both of our teams were on buys, right? This is the first week for the buys in 2023. Along with the Chargers and the Seahawks, the Cleveland Browns and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were also off this week. So it was kind of weird. Did you do anything crazy over the bye week while the Hawks weren't playing?
No, I still watched all the games, or as many as I could. I think I watched 6 of the morning games and then all the afternoon games. Nice. I even watched an Arsenal soccer game
at the same time.
Yeah, and then watched the Sunday night game last night.
How many screens do you have?
So with the Sunday ticket, you can watch 4, and then there's 2 other TVs and a computer screen, so 7. Potential 7.
All on at the same time. You can watch 7 full games all at the same time.
I'm taking it a lot in, There's a lot going on. I'm seeing it all.
It's a lot better. Would you say it's better than NFL Red Zone, that like kind of goes to highlight different scoring situations, but all on one screen, one channel?
Yeah, I mean, it's different strokes, different folks. For me personally, I like seeing everything like new, like as it's happening. But with Red Zone, they'll like, it could be like a little bit late, like they can only show one thing at a time. So yeah, I'm all about just I can pay attention to like 20 different screens.
Nice.
And as I'm doing right now.
Watching all the games, seeing what's all going on, who's scoring, who's getting taken advantage of, who's fantasy going off. That's some big fantasy scores this week. DJ Moore started it off on Thursday Night Football with 49 points. I think JaMarr Chase had 52. He had a 50-point game with 15 catches, 3 touchdowns. So a lot of high scoring games, but let's get into the full NFL Week 5 recap, starting with our adopted team, I guess, since our teams were on bye. The Miami Dolphins, quarterbacked by Tua Tagovailoa, moved to 4-1 after hosting the Giants. The Giants, for as bad as the Giants seem, for as off as they seem, the Dolphins seem that like composed, that put together. Their offense at least is setting records, of course, like number 1 in pass yards, number 1 in rush yards, set records for most yards over the first 5 games of the season. And they looked dominant in this game versus the Giants. Were you able to watch this one?
Yes, sir. Definitely. I'm a big fan of Tua, so I was like, put that shit on. Tua on.
How did Tua look?
He looked good. Whenever he throws a pick, he usually follows it up with the touchdown. That's
Nice.
been the theme, I feel like, this year. He did have 2 interceptions, but he also did have the 2 touchdowns. Tyreek Hill, that guy is unstoppable. Like
Wow.
once he gets past, if he gets past the corner, like it's corner, I would never try to jam him because once he gets past him, Tua just has to like lob it up in front of him, and then he goes like Roadrunner chases after it. He had 8 catches for 180 yards and a touchdown.
Jeez.
And then Devon Achan, 11 rushes for 151 yards. He's averaging like 12.7 a carry on the season.
I
He did hurt his knee
tried.
though.
Oh,
He did hurt
what?
his knee, so
Oh
and
no.
Jeff Wilson's on the way back. He just got activated off of IR, so
Right. Jeff Wilson Jr.
we'll see what happens there.
Dang. That's
Mostert
a.
also scored a touchdown.
It looked like Achan was at least. I mean, I know they both had 4 touchdowns in that 70-point game, and then Achan also had scores the next game versus the Bills, and then Achan is having a big game here. Do you think he's taken over as the running back 1 in this offense, like if he's healthy versus Mostert?
I think so, but something I've just noticed overall with rookie running backs, when they have high usage, they usually break down a little bit during the
Mm,
season. It just as their body transitions from the college level to the NFL. I usually think it takes like about a year or 2 before you're fully like at your physical like body ready to play at that next level where everything's faster, stronger.
mm.
So that's why I see like this knee thing probably sit him out for like 2 to 3 weeks, maybe. Who knows? I will like it's not like he doesn't have great players right behind him. Mostert, maybe Jeff Wilson. Shoot, you could put Tyreek back there. He gets some burn at, but it looks like he's faster than Tyreek. That's what's really crazy. HN
Achan.
looks faster than Tyreek.
And
And
did you hear Tyreek? They posted something about like he was saying there's even a faster guy on the practice squad.
damn, no, I didn't see that.
He said
That's
there's a. He said I think it's Ethan Bonner. He says Ethan Bonner, white kid. He's real fast, and he says like I probably wouldn't even challenge him to a race. I was like, damn, Tyreek, the cheetah said that. The guy who throws the deuce sign up to people as soon as he gets past him on the way to the end zone is like, I'm not challenging that practice squad guy. He got some wheels. 23 miles an hour, maybe. That's
yeah, that's they said that if you took away because usually a Chan has like one huge run, right? Of like 50 plus yards.
okay.
If you took that out, then like he's averaging 12.7. You take out all those big runs, he'd still be averaging like 7 yards a carry. So that's crazy.
Because those huge runs, like if you think about like a 75-yard touchdown run, that's 13 and a half points, right? That's huge, right? So if you see somebody that's got like 25 points, like there's a difference between it being like 1 or 2 big plays and it being like, oh, they're the number 1 back that's getting all the carries, that's averaging 6 yards each time, getting consistent touches and stuff like that. But that's crazy. If you're able to count on the big play from Achan, then he's doing it so consistently and he's gonna get open at least once per game, then that's yeah, I kind of feel like trader's remorse. I traded him away for Jalen Hurts, um, Jameer Gibbs, and Quentin Johnston. Um, and I was like, I needed a quarterback. I wanted Johnston. I could use like a good running back if Jameer Gibbs starts getting the touches in Detroit. And I was like, here, take it. And then I was like regretting it after. I was like, oh my God, this guy's scoring 50-yard touchdowns every week. Uh, yeah, trader's remorse.
One offense of the fucking NFL right now. Like they're through 5 games doing better than the greatest show on turf, which is
Wow.
saying a lot because that was a very high powered offense. But like we saw against the Bills, you know, good defenses can't stop them. So, like what would happen if they played the Niners?
right?
I don't
That's
know. I don't know if that's on the schedule. I'll have to take a look, but uh, the Giants look like a dumpster fire. I would be
jeez.
fielding all trades from all over. Um, Seahawks, I would reach out and be like, "Yo, let's get Dexter Lawrence. We need a
Yeah.
D. We need some D linemen." I
You,
was like, "Damn, with the Raider." I was like, what if we tried to trade for Max Crosby?"
Seattle?
Yeah, man, I
That's
would
hell.
do
You'd
it.
have to give up Hella, right?
Probably. Shit, I don't care.
Are you saying that yeah, Crosby's that good? Are you saying that like you guys need edge help?
Yeah, we need edge help. We just need somebody on the line opposite Nuoso. Nuoso's been getting to it.
Hey, go 10,
Um,
go 10.
I mean that 11 sack game against the Giants, that kind of skews how good our defense or
Numbers.
bad it actually is. And we'll find out this upcoming week against the Bengals, who just turned it on pretty tough.
Oh, the Bengals offense woke up. Thank God. Oh my goodness. That Joe Burrow um has been struggling with this calf injury since before the preseason, during the preseason, before the season started, and hasn't looked right. But this game, let's see, what are the stats for Mr. Joey Burr, who finally showed back up for the season? 317 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did throw a pick too. The big one, though, not to bury the lead, JaMarr Chase, 15 catches, 192 yards, 3 touchdowns. I know a lot of people that have been holding on to JaMarr Chase, waiting for this game, and they finally got it. It was 5 weeks in. They're probably like 1-3 right now, but yeah, they finally got a big game, 52 points for JaMarr.
Should
Do
have
you,
known when he said last week. He said they were like, "How do you feel when you're out there, and how do you get open, or what do you do? What do you need to do to get more open?" He said, "I'm always fucking open.
yo,
Throw me the
seven
ball."
11, and this game they definitely do give him the ball, and he
Yeah,
showed out. And they asked him about that after this game. They were like, "You talked about you always being open. Is this what you can do when you're given the ball?" And he just said 7-11. That's all I'm. That's all I'm gonna say. They probably told him not to say fucking like
yeah. Don't
next
say
time.
anymore, please.
He's just like 7-11. That's all I'm gonna say. The Bengals moved to 2-3 in a pretty tight AFC North. The Cardinals fall to 1-4 behind Josh Dobbs. Uh, I don't know, 34-20 is the final score here in Arizona. Do you think the Bengals are back? Do you think this was just like a good game against a not great team, or
You know, at first, I was thinking that the Cardinals were a good team because they beat the Cowboys. But then after watching last night, I'm not so sure. I think that the Cardinals just aren't that good, and they're also not really trying to win games.
okay,
It's like they put Josh Dobbs in to just like mediate the game. Like, if you can score, go ahead, but we're not expecting that much from you, from any of the team. Like, it's kind of depressing, but they were slanted to be the number one draft pick at the beginning of this draft. So of the
the,
one that just passed. So it's like good for the Bengals. I have Joe Burrow in the league that I've been waiting for him to activate.
nice.
Um, wish T Higgins could have been part of this offensive blooming, but he's out with fractured ribs. So hopefully he gets well soon. But Joe Burrow looked great. He was comfortable. He had velocity on his ball. It's like that plant calf seems to have healed a little bit better, a little bit more than maybe he was
Nice, nice,
doing earlier.
nice.
So it's exciting for Bengals fans, fantasy owners of Bengals players, because they've been looking kind of sluggish than what everyone was expecting at the beginning of the year, preseason.
Yeah. Um, yeah, thankfully they're good. The league's always a little better when those stars are playing at their best, and it's good news, I think, for everybody that one of the premier quarterbacks, Joe Burrow, is you say it's starting to feel or at least look better with that calf. Like if he's able to plant, able to really throw, this is what Joe Burrow can do. 317 yards, 3 touchdowns. Bengals win again, 34-20 versus the Cardinals. Uh, Another game in London for the Jaguars. Even though they're the NFL team that has played the most games in London, they were the away team here as the Bills were the designated home team in this international series. The Jaguars beat the Bills here 25-20. Possibly some jet lag on the trip. Josh Allen still threw for a lot, 359 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. But the rushing on the ground, Travis Etienne of the Jaguars, 26 carries, 136 yards, 2 touchdowns. Also did some work through the air. Calvin Ridley, wide receiver for the Jaguars, 7 catches, 122 yards. Do you wake up for the 6:30 games if they're in London?
Nah, especially not for these two teams. I wasn't expecting much. When I woke up, the game was going on, and I was like, "Oh, that's right, that's right." I always forget, and I think Jacksonville Jaguars, they definitely know how to prep for these games while they're over there. Like they know how to. This is like their 11th game
Yeah.
in London, so I wasn't surprised that they came out on top. A lot of Bills players were saying that, wow, we came all this way just to play on concrete. So I guess the turf was not
Oh shoot.
that great. And that makes sense. They played in a
Yeah.
soccer stadium, but I guess the soccer people were like, "Nah, you ain't fucking up our field."
Well, I thought the soccer fields were like all grass and therefore like better. I
Yeah,
guess.
but I guess they didn't want them on the soccer field pitch, so they took it out and
Wow.
put turf on it.
Wow.
So
Dang.
that's kind of fucked up. But I think this is the Bills' first trip international. So like it just the organization knows what to do while they're over there, and the Bills it's like their first time. So
Hopefully.
I think I heard this on Pat McAfee. Like, there's a lot of stuff that the teams have to do while they're over there, and so like, and then everyone's like really particular about their game day prep and like
Mm-hmm.
the process, and just being somewhere else that might not be as accommodating fucks everything up. Plus the jet lag probably. So yeah, it sucks for the Bills. You can see frustration from Stephon Diggs
Oh
per
yeah.
usual. I
Yeah.
mean, that's like his thing, right? That's all he does is
Kind of
get
get
like
mad, spike something on the ground, yell at
yeah.
Josh Allen or something.
At
Josh
least
Allen
he's
kind of
like
like knows to ignore him for a little bit. Just like
yeah.
channel that anger on the field, bro.
At least he's being mad about winning. So it's not like if you're gonna be passionate, yeah, that's something you should express, especially if you're not winning.
11 targets for Stephon Diggs, 8 catches, 121 yards, and a touchdown. The man's doing work. Had a long of 48 yards. Wow, nice. Yeah, Stephon Diggs definitely doing his part. But
Third game straight of 100 yards.
oh wow, okay. If you have Stephon Diggs in fantasy, you're probably doing pretty good. You're able to count on that consistency. That's a wide receiver one right there.
Gabe Davis also had 6 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown. So that's a
Jeez.
solid outing. Josh Allen though stealing the rushing touchdown. So
How do you feel about Gabe Davis in fantasy? Like, are you comfortable starting him as like a wide receiver or like only in your flex? Like, if he's your wide receiver two,
no,
ooh,
no way. I
too
don't know. He's
spotty.
so inconsistent.
Yeah, yeah.
It's because he's short.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he's a little guy.
Damn it.
There's like a bunch of receivers that I don't draft. And I'm maybe I am a heightist. Like that one video you showed me. But
The biggers, the
so
littles.
but yeah, Trevor Lawrence showed out. did what he had to do to get the dub. Travis Etienne, they powered through him. 26 rushing attempts. That's a lot. 136 yards, 2 touchdowns.
He also had catches too. I think he had like 40 plus receiving yards.
Yeah, 4 receptions, 48, almost 50 yards. That's a solid day.
This knocks the Bills from the lead of the AFC East as the Dolphins are 4-1. The Buffalo Bills dropped to 3-2. And then the Jaguars move up to 3-2, and they're currently tied for first in the AFC South with the Indianapolis Colts. Speaking of standings, the Eagles still undefeated, right? These guys are 5-0. The brotherly shove, the tush push, the quarterback sneak cannot be stopped. Jalen Hurts, two rushing touchdowns, two push touchdowns. I don't know. Wait, did he have 2?
Yeah, one. One in the air, one on the ground.
Okay, Jalen Hurts getting it done. Made me feel good for trading Devon Achane. Got a quarterback that can actually do stuff. I was starting Brock Purdy before that, but it's a 1 quarterback league, so I needed a good one. Why do you think no one else can do the quarterback sneak the way the Eagles do it? I feel like other people do it and they get stuffed a whole lot. I know the Chargers try it; they can't convert.
Lineman, you have a 6'8" lineman, Jordan Mailata. You have Jason Kelsey. He's a monster. He's only 270 moving people. And then you have Jalen Hurts, the quarterback, squatting 900 pounds. There's not going to be many things that move him backwards if he's trying to go forwards. And you got someone pushing on him. So that's potentially 1,000 pounds of force coming at you. Maybe they should allow people to jump over the line again for those kind of plays.
Okay. So there's been an injury rule put in that you can't be jumping over the line like that and knocking into people who are unaware.
Yeah, but maybe you can bring it back for that because
to be able to stop it
aren't as successful, but it's still in the 80% range of success overall in the league. Rest of the league, they're at 92, 93%.
Everybody else is at 80. I think the competition committee was saying they're going to look at the injury data, and I'm like, oh, okay. So it sounds like if there aren't a lot of injuries resulting from this, close tush push, quarterback sneak, then maybe they don't do it. I know for the rest of the year, Adam Schefter just tweeted out recently, at least for the rest of 2023, the play is here to stay. So Jalen Hurts, 15 carries, 72 yards, and that short touchdown, as well as 303 passing yards, touchdown, and a pick. On the other side, Matthew Stafford for the Rams, 21-37, 222 yards, 2 touchdowns. Stafford looks back. He's doing his thing. But the Eagles do move to 5-0, 23-14 over the Rams. The Rams drop to 2-3. Highlighting Puka Nacua, 11 targets, 7 catches, 71 yards, and another touchdown. And then also Cooper Kupp came back. 12 targets, 8 catches, 118 yards. My goodness. But okay, people were worried about when Cooper Kupp comes back, Puka Nacua is going to disappear. It's all going to flow through Puka, but all right, it's all going to flow through Cooper once he returns. But Puka Nacua is still putting up points and still getting a boatload of targets, 11 to Kupp's 12. How do you feel about Puka for the rest of the year? You think he's going to continue being a beast?
Every successful team in the NFL has 2 really good receivers. So, and they each can go off. Let's see, Eagles, Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, Niners, Debo Ayuk, Seahawks, Lockett, Metcalf, Bengals, Higgins, and JaMarr Chase.
Yeah.
You need one guy that you can put like on either side to be successful. So I think Puka Nacua is still going to be
Nice.
targeted. Like as you can see, he got the touchdown. Cooper Kupp, he didn't look 100%. He looked like 85, 90%. Once he does get back to 100%, though, it's going to be dangerous.
Mm.
Their defense, they tried their best. Aaron Donald was kind of getting bullied. That's
Oh, what?
what it looked like. A lot of times they would just double him,
Oh, right.
Jordan and someone else. So he wasn't able to do his thing. I think he's getting kind of old, to be honest.
They definitely sent a lot of people. Like at least the montage that I was looking at, they chipped, cut, and blocked, sent two, doubled, anything to keep, Aaron Donald, the like strongest player in the NFL universe, from wrecking the game as he usually does. But yeah, what is he like 31? Is he getting up there?
Yeah, something like that. And if you're
He's
banging
eventually
every play, just
yeah.
boom, 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 boom.
Eventually
Like
that wear and
40.
tear. Eventually that wear and tear happens. I'm looking at the Rams targets again, just as another note for Puka. Cooper Kupp had 12 targets. Puka had 11. The rest of the 4 receivers that got targets also got a combined 11. So right now, there's Matthew Stafford's targets can be broken into 3/3. 1/3 is going to go to Cooper Kupp. 1/3 went to Puka, and a third went to everybody else. So Puka does seem like he's still going to be getting that work. 6 catches for A.J. Brown for the Eagles, 127 yards. Dallas Goedert got a touchdown on 8 catches, 117 yards. DeAndre Swift also 6 catches, 38 yards. We didn't mention Devontae Smith because he only had 1 catch for 6 yards, 1.6 in your PPR leagues. I am going to lose because I only got because I started Justin Jefferson and Devontae Smith, and I got like 6 points combined from them. That was tough, but I still, hopefully Jordan Love doesn't throw a touchdown to Jaden Reed. Did I jinx it? Did I jinx it? I don't need it to happen.
I don't think so. I wanted to Christian Watson. If that could happen.
You need Watson to get more points?
Yeah, I can get if he scores if he scores 8 more points, then I can win a game.
Nice.
So,
get it. Let's Christian Watson flood those targets to him. Jordan Love.
Yes, sir.
Let's see what other games we got. Yeah, again, the Eagles 5-0, win 23-14 over the Rams. Another big team. This one in the AFC. The Chiefs traveled to Minnesota this week and beat the Vikings on the road 27-20. Patrick Mahomes doing what Patrick Mahomes does, I think, and their one loss, the Chiefs are now 4-1. Their one loss was to
the Lions.
The Lions by like a couple points. So they are, damn, I hate to say it, but the Chiefs, even without a superstar wide receiver, even with their tight end getting hurt and being, put on by all this extra media craze from his alleged girlfriend. It's promo. It's all promo. The Chiefs are still just winning games. 27-20 over the Vikings. Mahomes, 31 of 41, 281 yards and a touchdown. Travis Kelce, 10 catches, 67 yards and a touchdown. He left the game, got his foot taped up, came back in and caught that touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco paced him on the ground, 16 carries, 55 yards and a score. I don't know. The Chiefs were never at a negative win possibility in this game. I think it was tied 13-13 at halftime, but after that the Chiefs came out and scored 2 touchdowns and pretty much closed it down. The Vikings dropped to 1-4. This is surprising. The Vikings were supposed to be a lot better. Justin Jefferson got hurt in this game, hamstring injury, did not return. So the Vikings did have to fight back without the number 1 wide receiver in the NFL. Any surprises from this game for you? It seemed like kind of made sense. The Chiefs pull away, the Vikings fall flat. especially without Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, I was kind of worried that because when Kelsey went down, it looked like non-contact turf kind of injury.
Yeah.
Just turned out to be low ankle sprain. He was able right when he went to the X-ray room, came back, and first play they had him block. Second play, touchdown.
So just like,
I was
hey,
like,
just chill,
damn,
just
all
chill.
right, let's not be that serious. It's just like, give me some and I'll be back out there. Yeah, Taylor Swift was not at the game, everybody, so that's good.
So they're not dating because she's not at every game.
She has a life. What? How dare she? Kirk Cousins played well. You know, he didn't turn the ball over.
Nice.
Matheson, I mean, they just don't have much going on the ground game. Matheson, 8 rushes, 26 yards. Cam Akers got some burn, 5 rushes for 15 yards. Chandler, he had 15 yards. It's just they need someone to bust it out on the ground. And Matheson, and I don't think Cam Akers, either one of those dudes, is really that guy. I traded Matheson away.
I saw Cam Akers getting in early. I didn't. It seemed like they liked Cam Akers enough to get him in there and try to get him. I think like the second or third drive he was in there pretty early. But yeah, got even less yards per carry than the starter. Madison had 3.3. Cam Akers had 3.0. That's not the big pop that you want in either your running back or the change of pace back. Yeah, and after Justin Jefferson went out, Jordan Addison led the Vikings, 6 catches, 64 yards, and a touchdown. But yeah, the Vikings look like they might be in contention for like a #1 pick, even though Kirk Cousins is playing his ass off. I think he has like probably close to the top 3 in yards right now, passing yards. He's been maybe because they've been losing so much, he's been having to throw. But yeah, it's not super surprising that the Chiefs are 4-1, and the Vikings they dropped to 1-4. They are tied with the Chicago Bears for last place in the NFC North. And the NFC, they're just in front of the 0-5 Panthers. The Panthers are the only team yet to win a game. Yeah, 0-5. Yeah, let's talk about the Panthers. They went to Detroit.
Sucked.
Oh my goodness. Bryce Young was in this game, not doing great. Let's see, Panthers at Detroit. Bryce Young, 25 of 41, 247 yards, 3 touchdown passes, but 2 interceptions, as opposed to 20 of 28 for Jared Goff for the Lions, 236 yards, 3 touchdowns. Adam Thielen has been showing up a lot. 11 catches, 170 yards, and a touchdown. I think he's like above 20 points almost every game in fantasy this year. For the Lions on the ground, David Montgomery continues to be that guy. 19 carries, 109 yards, and a touchdown. They like him there. Bam. Yeah, the Panthers were down 28-10 at halftime. So this one, the Lions just looked like they took over. Oh man, Aiden Hutchinson had a crazy interception on like a tight end screen.
Picked
In
in
the
one hand.
backfield. Yeah, and then
He got
freaking got
blasted.
out of it. Somebody tackled him right on the thigh, and like he did the celebration to the end of the field with his whole team, but he also was like limping hard on the sideline after that. Luckily, he was back in the game later, so didn't look like it was too bad. Maybe just a stinger or something. But yeah, things are rolling for the Lions and Dan Campbell, 4-1, yee, and easily leading the NFC North. Looks like the Packers. They might even get another game on the Packers if the Packers drop this Monday Night Football game. But right now they're 4-1. Was that a 2.5 games up in the NFC North? Any other games that stood out to you this week or had like big points in them? Panthers.
No, but in this game, it was David Montgomery broke Lions record, first Lions player to score a touchdown in his first 4 games.
Oh, nice.
He's been killing it. I know JaMarr Gibbs fans are hot. It's okay. People, I think Mark Ingram was like, it's very similar to me and Alvin Kamara and the Saints when Alvin Kamara first got on. So, you just got to give him some time. David Montgomery's the big bruiser who goes forward. JaMarr Gibbs is more shifty, crafty. And then Sam Laporta.
Jeez.
This guy's filthy. He had 2 touchdowns on 3 catches. Not quite a George Kittle, but right up there. So I like that Jared Goff is going to him. We've been talking about him. We've been pretty spot on with like all the dope rookie tight ends from our draft episodes. So that's pretty fun to see. We could be analysts.
Yeah, we are. It's good to see some sort of talent in tight end, like in the position, because especially for fantasy, after the handful of like startable tight ends that are featured in their offense, it drops off. Hell, there's not even 10 really super good starting tight ends. So definitely good to see the rookies showing out. Laporta definitely getting a lot of play. Kincaid is getting almost as many snaps as Dalton Knox, the veteran tight end in front of him. Like Musgrave's going off in for Green Bay. Really good connection with Jordan Love. So yeah.
Mike Myers and
oh
Oakland
man,
Raider. He caught a couple catches in the first half.
yeah, he's going off.
Haven't needed gone to him yet. Devontae Adams is getting no burn, but yeah. Another game that was interesting was the Wilson Bowl of the Jets Broncos.
Yeah. And
man,
Nathaniel Hackett, Sean Payton, terrible coach game.
I don't know why he said that. Like,
yo, it's crazy, right? Not only is it like weird, it's like disrespectful to your fellow colleagues in the league.
Yeah.
Like, what did Sean Payton say? He said, according to what I've heard, it was the worst head coaching job ever. We're doing everything the opposite this year. The Broncos are like 1-4. The coach that said that, his team is terrible right now. Yeah, the Broncos are 1-4. They're last place in the AFC West. Meanwhile, the Jets picked up their second win on the season, and this not even with Aaron Rodgers. This was with Zach Wilson. So Capono did his thing just enough. 19 of 26, 199 yards and a pick. Breece Hall for the New York Jets, 22 carries, 177 yards and a touchdown. I think Breece Lightning is a really good nickname, especially when he's ripping off these 50-yarders where he's just like racing somebody to the sideline, turning the corner, and then it's all green in front of him. Not a lot of passing, right, from Zach Wilson. So Tyler Conklin, tight end, 4 catches, 76 yards, led the Jets. On the Broncos side, 20 of 31 for Russell Wilson, 196 yards, 2 touchdowns. I feel like that's a regular game for Russell Wilson. Like sub 200, couple of touchdowns, mildly efficient. And a loss.
and a loss in like a terrible fashion. Like he fumbled. He did intentional grounding in the end zone for safety.
Oh man.
And then he fumbled. He fumbled on like he was like trying to break out, do a classic Russell Wilson move and just got caught up, fumbled, and they returned it for a touchdown.
Oh my god.
That was hard to watch.
The Wilson's QBR ratings, Russell Wilson 19.6 out of 100, Zach Wilson 39.3 out of 100. 50 is average for the QBR rating. So both of these guys
so far. We should trade. Maybe we'll trade Drew Lock back to the Broncos for 3 first-round picks and a couple dope players. That would be so crazy. Anything is possible.
Give us our picks back, please. Oh man, you guys are even more gonna get even more picks from the Broncos, who need a quarterback that can throw the ball. I mean, what do you think it is with Russell Wilson? You think he's old? Do you think he's a fraud? Do you think it's the system?
Man, I don't know. I used to be a big fan of Russell Wilson. Maybe I was blinded. I knew he was
playing
corny.
for your team.
Yeah, he took us to a Super Bowl. You know, he was part of the reason. He wasn't the whole reason. He was part of it.
Right.
You know, so I was like, okay, yeah, he's corny, but on the field, he was making plays. He was doing it.
Yep. Escaping, Magic Man, boom.
I guess like the last 2 years, you know, you could tell he'd lost a step.
Okay.
Kept getting hurt, his fingers breaking. So, and he wanted to like be featured more, and said we weren't building the team around him, all this shit. It's like, nah, we were just saving money.
You weren't the guy.
I guess maybe Pete Carroll knew, like, oh, you can't lead a fucking offense. You need a premier back for you to be good. Because that buys you that extra second of time on play actions and stuff. So I just feel bad. I don't think Sean Payton likes him either. So there's that.
Yeah, he had that kissing babies quote.
Yeah. Like, don't stop trying to be a president. Like, we're just playing football.
Get in here and play football.
But then they gave away Randy Gregory to the Niners.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what
for
the
a
fuck?
Pick swap? Like, not even for like a late
fifth.
pick swap. When Russell Wilson was playing quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks and people would try to needle you for him being corny, what would your comeback be?
I'm like, these wins ain't corny. Going to the playoffs ain't corny. The Super Bowl ring ain't corny. I mean, we should have fucking 2 Super Bowl rings, and like, you know, seeing Marshawn on Club Shay Shay's podcast, you know, I feel your pain, Marshawn. I literally feel your pain. I would have done this. He went up to, he said so much shit. He said, but just like on that play, he was so confused because they like flipped the play. So he was on this side. He thought he was going to be on the right side and power right through, but they put him on the left side and he ran a flat. So he didn't even know an interception was happening because he's wow. I was expecting to turn around and get the ball.
Jeez.
And he turned around. So he turned like towards the sideline, back, shoulder, and nothing was there. And everything's behind him.
He just hears the yell.
Yeah.
Crowd go
came
wild.
back, and then he said, Russell said, oh, dang, I'll get him next time. And then he took off his helmet and went to Pete Carroll's and laughed in his face. I was like, oh, my God.
That's what Marshawn did?
Yeah. He's like, you guys are all fucking stupid.
Oh, wow.
Pretty much. And, you know, he's absolutely right. I just feel like Seattle never lived that down. Because if we get that Super Bowl, you know, people taking pay cuts to get 3, you know, back to back. Been a long time since that happened.
Damn, it was gonna be back to back.
Yeah, bro. So, you know, Russell, he'd always start off really hot and then flatline out, or he'd start out shitty and then get hot at the end. So that's what I would say. I'd be like, man, he had like so many game-winning drives for us. So many.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Fourth quarter, overtime. He was just that dude.
Do you remember what year he was drafted?
I believe it was 2011, 2012.
It's been like 10 years, right?
Yeah.
Russell Wilson's, I could totally see him losing after 10 years, like having lost a step. And usually guys like, when they lose their athleticism, they just have to be more in the pocket and more like quicker with their reads and like, I guess, reading the defense and using that experience that they've gotten to this point, like as an advantage for them. But I feel like Russell Wilson, I don't want to see him getting sacked and watching the pocket crumble and him just ducking and going down. But I feel like it's more of that than it is the magic spinning escape.
Yeah. A
Artists.
magician, they'd always say, and then he had
Yeah.
a nice moon ball. Like
Yeah, that moon
he
ball.
did.
To
Like those
Tyler
little
Lockett specifically.
or Doug Baldwin,
Hey,
Dougie
Doug.
Fresh.
Shout out Doug Baldwin. Stanford, right?
Yeah.
Doug. Yeah, I like Doug Baldwin a lot. Was he not like a fan favorite or a
No, he definitely
team
was.
favorite?
No, he was, yeah. He retired to Seahawk.
Yeah,
He was doing like Odell before Odell.
yeah. And I feel like he never got his like due credit, Doug Baldwin.
Nah.
But he was
But
always like
he
catching
ran
touchdowns,
crisp
making plays.
routes. His routes were crispy
Nice.
as fuck. And he had great footwork, so it's kind of like Cooper Cup esque. Um, I know a lot of receivers in the NFL like now. Um, they recognize him and respect him and like use his film as inspiration and stuff. So
Oh, nice.
that's cool.
Uh, let's take it to another great quarterback that starts bad and looks like he's flipping it to good. Justin Fields was doing terrible. People were talking about getting this guy out for Caleb Williams over the first 3 games. Not even running, not throwing well at all, looking like not a professional passer. But he's turned it on in the last couple of weeks. Having to play the Thursday night football game is never fun. Uh, People are tired, right? There's only a couple of days to get ready. You don't have the full preparation. So usually I like to think that Thursdays are a sloppier, lower scoring game, uh, which is why I played the Washington defense. Uh,
Uh-oh.
I played the Washington defense versus DJ Moore, and I finished this game down 50 points to start the week. Yeah, Justin Fields goes off 15 to 29. Wow, 50% completion rate. 15 to 29, 282 yards, 4 touchdowns. 3 of those touchdowns going to DJ Moore, 8 catches, 230 yards. And the Bears just laid it on the Commanders. They were up 27 to 3 at halftime. They finished this one 40 to 20. The Bears pick up their first win of the season, while the Commanders dropped to 2 and 3 in a very competitive NFC East. Sam Howell for Washington, 37 to 51, 388 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. He also led the Washington Commanders in rushing, 19 yards. Logan Thomas, veteran tight end, 9 catches, 77 yards, and a touchdown. So big games from the Bears side of the field, Justin Fields and DJ Moore. Did you have anything on those two?
Yeah, I played a team that had both of those guys. So I left Thursday down 80 points from 2 players.
Oh my God.
It was very sad. And that person also had JaMarr Chase. So just safe to say I lost, got my ass beat. But
130 points for 3 players.
Oh man. Yeah, average was like 120 and he had a 200 bomb on me.
Damn.
So that's sad.
This blows up my theory that Thursday night games are low scoring and crappy. I guess it can go either way, just depending. Maybe the defense on the Commanders was tired and just wasn't able to keep up with freaking DJ Moore. They let him loose so many
times. The Bears, all of their running backs are hurt, so.
Oh yeah.
So they had to pick up a running back off of the Dolphins practice squad, and he might be the starter.
They were running a fullback in this game.
Yeah,
last game. Yeah. He was like blocking for Derrick Henry last year, and then he had like hella carries this game because so many of those running backs were out. 8 carries, 26 yards. But Khalil Herbert might be out for a while. Might be injured. So Roshan Johnson is, I think, the next running back if he's not also out for a while. That 230 yards for DJ Moore looks insane. Only on 10 targets. That's
No, he got tested.
I saw the Panthers are looking for a wide receiver one.
I don't
because they traded
what the heck?
away.
I was like, wait, wasn't he there?
Yeah, that's crazy. They were like, you should have gave up like Brian Burns or a defensive piece instead if you're gonna need a wide receiver. But yeah, that was the first game of the week, the Thursday night football with the Bears and Commanders. There was also a big AFC game, AFC North game between the Ravens and the Steelers in Pittsburgh. The Ravens were up 10-3. I feel like the entire game until they weren't, because they finished this one with the Steelers winning 17-10. So the Steelers came back real late. Their defense set a safety interception. They're freaking let me see what it was. They got a safety in the second half. Jeez. An interception, a fumble, and then stopped them on fourth down to end the game. So the Steelers defense wakes up at the end and puts this one away for the Steelers, who moved to 3-2, the top of the AFC North with the Ravens 3-2, but they have that tiebreaker now. Kenny Pickett, 18-32, 224 yards and a touchdown. Jaylen Warren had the most rushing yards for the Steelers, 9 carries, 40 yards. George Pickens, oh my gosh, had this bomb touchdown. He also finished with 6 catches for 130 yards on 10 targets. So the Pickett to Pickens connection, that's definitely a real thing and happening. Did the Ravens just lose this one out, or how do you think the Steelers were able to come back at the end of this one?
Doesn't matter because the Raiders won, baby. Raiders, baby.
I think Forrest is here. Hey, how'd the game go?
Oh man, we let Green Bay slide a little bit on some of the things, but we did what we usually do. You know what I mean? Came away with the dub. It's what we do. You know what I mean?
Are there any Packers fans around you right now?
Oh, I'm pretty sure the door is locked now. I won't be able to get into the house. But shout out to my older sister, Messi, devoted fan since Brett Favre days, man. Honestly, I'll tell you, it's a special thing for her and the Packers, my family and the Packers. My nephew, Ethereal, God rest his soul. My guy, man, he was my best friend when we were little. I'm a lot older than him, but still, he was my guy, man. Special kid. He passed away a few years ago, but my sister had my nephew same time Brett Favre was winning his Super Bowl. So that's been her team ever since. Big football fan. So, I mean, Green Bay's always got a special place in my sister, especially, but the whole family. But not today, Green Bay. Yeah. Shout out to my sister, Messi, man. Love her to death. We're a big football family. So anytime one of our teams play each other, it's gonna be a long week for her. I can tell you that. Long week.
Yeah.
Long week, baby.
Jordan Love for the Packers, 16 of 30, 182 yards, no
and
touchdowns.
2 interceptions.
And 3 interceptions.
Oh, the last one, yes, to end the game, of course.
Oh my
hey, man,
goodness.
that's what Hey, you know who got 2 of them? Shout out Robert Spillane, man. Robert Spillane, man.
Nice. Linebacker.
Yeah, good sign, man. Sorry, Mike. I know you were about to answer a question. My bad. I just have to come in and,
No.
Yeah, we needed. I wanted that real Raider-ness, that energy after that win. Yeah, that was good.
Hell yeah, man. Raiders, baby. I know. But shout out to my homie over here. Her name's Sunga. She be mad at me when I come over to the house and I do stuff like, cause she expect me to come outside. And there's a ball over there, so she's been running, like kicking the ball around, and she's expecting me to come out here and run. I'm like, 1, sorry, baby, I don't run no more. 2, It's cold as shit, but I came out here to do the Zoom, so she be giving me the worst looks.
What
Like
kind of dog is that? Is Sua?
she's I want to say I know she's part sheepdog and then husky. So yeah, she's got the size of like a husky, but the height of a sheepdog.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Yeah, so
That big
she's
gal.
cool.
What
That's
final
my girl.
score for Monday Night Football? As the Packers visit the Raiders in Vegas. Raiders 17, Packers 13. The Raiders improved to 2-3. Packers dropped to 2-3. And yeah, we're here with the Raider extraordinaire, Raider Nation representative, Forrest. What is you watched the whole game? How did you guys win this one? Who deserves the game ball for this?
I mean, you know what? Game ball to the defense. Game ball to the whole defense. They stepped up when they needed to. Like costly fourth downs, third downs for Green Bay where they needed to convert. They couldn't. Max Crosby I think he had a couple of sacks today, but again, guys like Robert Spillane, who probably isn't a household name for you if you watch football. I know I mean, you have to really be like into stats or football to be like, oh yeah, Robert Spillane. I remember he played for New Orleans. Or you have to be a Raiders fan because obviously, you hear about the news, players coming over. But if you look at his stats, he's been pretty good this season for the Raiders. Probably one of the most underrated pickups the Raiders have had in the past couple of years because he's doing pretty good for them. I know it's early in the season, but yeah. If anything, the defense and Robert Spillane, they deserve the game ball for tonight. Robert Spillane, I don't have to explain that with 2 interceptions, a lot of good coverage for him tonight in the defensive backfield. So yeah, man, it was a good win. Good hard fought win.
With 9 tackles and 2 interceptions.
Yeah, yeah, man. So yeah, man. I mean,
nice. How are you feeling?
Oh man, I'm good, man. You know who I don't feel like? I don't feel like anybody who cheers for Dallas. Ha, ha, ha.
Oh my
if you're
God.
If you're a cowboy, no, you're a cow bitch now. So ha. Anyway.
You don't like the Cowboys?
No, I don't. America's team, no. No. That is the last what is the name of the Cowboys stadium?
AT&T Stadium.
Stadium.
Jerry World.
Last plantation ever in America. Yeah. If you play for Jerry Jones, I don't care what you say, bro. Anyway, but I do respect my guy Will, man, because he's a big Cowboy fan, man. Shout out to Will. Sorry your team didn't win this year. I mean,
this year.
No, my bad, Will. My bad. That's the little energy I was giving like the other Cowboy fans. I don't give you that energy, bro. No, we're not all the time, but nah, I mean Cowboys are cool, man. But like everybody else is saying around circles who were waiting for like I mean what were they 5-1? 4-1, sorry. 4-1 because they're not 5-0. But
the Cowboys?
Yeah.
The Cowboys are
3-2 now.
3-2.
Sorry. 3-2. Everybody's calling them frauds, like a fraud of a team because they started out so well. Defense started off hot, Dak looked competent for a little bit, and then 49ers came to town. Everybody kind of was down on the Niners defense. They came into the season expected to be the number 1 defense in the league. And yeah, they've allowed some points, but big game came around, and they stepped up, man. Frisco's defense was, I mean, you can tell by the score, but not just the score. If you watched the game yesterday, they were flying over the field. Fred Warner, look, not to ever take away from Micah Parsons, because he's an absolute beast on that side of the ball, but Micah Parsons, compared to Fred Warner right now, Fred Warner he's an amazing linebacker on that team.
Mm-hmm.
Just crazy. They've always had really good linebackers in San Francisco, but Fred Warner is easy. Like, I think he's like top 5 out of those linebackers that have played for, and that's saying a lot because they've had Patrick Willis, Navarro Bowman, guys like that play, and those guys played together. So, yeah, man, yeah. I don't know if they're frauds. I'm not gonna be too harsh on that. I know I said not sure earlier, but
You came in hot. Just tell them.
I did. But like, man, if I even see Cowboy fans talking about Dak, that's tough. I feel for players because they go out there and perform, but Dak's not that dude, man. Dak's not that dude. I think besides the play calling, maybe Dak's probably holding the back on offense. I think.
Dak Prescott. The Cowboys travel to San Francisco in this Sunday night football game, and not much of a game. The Niners came out swinging, and the Cowboys could not keep up. It was an onslaught. It was a blowout early. It finished 42-10. San Francisco 49ers staying undefeated 5-0. The Cowboys again dropping to 3-2, second place in the NFC East. George Kittle, 3 catches, 3 touchdowns. Brock Purdy stays undefeated. I think that's 10 straight regular season wins for him. So, yeah, I don't know. This one looks like the Niners are, can handle defenses. The Cowboys are a pretty good defense. One of the, best fantasy defenses. They've been scoring a lot of touchdowns and stuff, but the Niners made easy work of them.
Yeah. So funny we talk about that. The Niners defense, excuse me, they gave me 16 points in one of my leagues. Oh, hey man, you know what? Shout out to me too. 4-0 in the all my leagues this week. 4-0, man. I went 4-0.
That's a good feeling.
Yeah, hell yeah. But they gave me 16 points. I had Jacoby Myers. I was already up on my opponent. 146 to 144. I still had Jacoby Myers, and so
nice.
I took him out though because it still gave him a chance to, just in case, fumble,
fumble injury. Yeah,
2 points is close, man. So I sat him and put someone who was bye this week. That way the win was guaranteed. So yeah, little funny story there, strategy.
The pod league that we're doing, freaking
mine sucks.
I lost to Mac 176 to 147. Yeah. Let's see. Luti, who's Five Boys?
Ooh, I lost my 4.
That's me. So I don't count that league in the leagues that I'm playing because if I win,
wow,
I'm gonna
It looks bad on my record.
That too, but I'm gonna donate that money. Whatever money we win from that, that's definitely being donated to. I'm gonna shoot that over to again, if you're listening, to Kuipo Wilhelm, who's in Maui, who's trying to help out all the girls' sports for the high school girls and younger girls out in Lahaina who don't have gyms, who don't have anywhere to practice. Really, they're practicing outdoor courts, on grass, anywhere they can, and whatever equipment they're getting, they're really grateful for it. So if you can help with like nets, uniforms, volleyballs, sports bras, tights, anything that they need out there, please, we'll if you go to the website, we'll have the website or our IG page. That's me thinking ahead because we're gonna have a website. Don't even worry about it. That's how we roll.
Yeah, nice.
We'll have the information, and if you do need it, we'll get it to you. Just email us or message us, and we can get the information if you guys want to help out. Kuipo Wilhelm out in Maui.
If you're listening to this and want to know more about how to contact Kuipo, I believe it is Wilhelms at gmail.com, but we've got that information in a reel on our Instagram page, and you can also message us and we can pull that information up and send it to you. Anything that can help the girls' sports there and get things rolling once again. So yeah, the
Five Boys League, man, our pod league, it's tough, man. I'm undefeated, reverse. I'm reverse undefeated in that league right now. I had a chance, but I think Raiders' strategy tonight was to try and get Devontae involved as much as he can, but with the shoulder injury that he's having, I think they weren't too mad about him not getting too banged up out there. He had a few catches, good catches too. I think he ended up with like maybe 8 or 9 points in fantasy, but team wise, I think the Raiders were happy with him not really banging up that shoulder any more than he already is. So yeah. So I'm not mad at you, Devontae, for not getting me the win when I was projected to get the win because of you. It's cool, man. You got us to win in real life. You know why? Because you're a Raider. Yeah.
The Raiders. Yeah. Oh, also, lastly for the Pod League, shout out to Eri and Sefa, who are going to be the last two undefeated teams so far. We'll get an update on when those guys play each other.
I just realized this week there's no defense.
Oh yeah,
How's
yeah.
that?
I just pulled it. I was just like,
I was like, wait, what?
Get that out of
I was
here.
like, oh, I didn't even notice.
Right, Mike, with the defense, I could have won this week.
I know, that's what I was just thinking. I was like, dang it. I had the guys, the Dallas.
Thanks for pointing that out, Mike.
The Dallas. The Dallas. All right. Couple more games we got left. Let's go to Indianapolis. Division game. Tennessee Titans travel to face the Indianapolis Colts. Anthony Richardson suffers an injury, is pulled from the game. Gardner Minshew has to come in yet again, and the Colts hold on for the win, 16-23 versus the Titans. Colts move to 3-2. Titans drop to 2-3, and I think that means the Colts are tied for first with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Gardner Minshew, 11 of 14, 155 yards. Jonathan Taylor came back this game. No one really knew that because Zach Moss absolutely went off on so many benches in fantasy this week. 23 carries, 165 yards, 2 touchdowns. Easily carried the Colts to that win in the second half.
Didn't you drop Zach Moss sometime early in the league?
Yeah, I realized. I was like, oh, this guy is about to get replaced, and he just pops off with his 30-something point game. Oh my god!
What he had? Yeah, 150 yards. I think he had something like that.
165.
Woo!
And 2 tutties.
He had 4 times as many rushing yards as the Titans' Derrick Henry did. He only had 43.
My dumb ass, I benched Tua, who's sitting on my bench. Nothing crazy, with 16 points, and I put in Anthony Richardson, who's my starter with 4 points.
Yep. Trying to get that touchdown, right? That rushing touchdown and the passing.
Dude, he just plays like he wants to hurt himself.
Yeah. He doesn't understand that people in the NFL that's why you can't go to the NFL straight from high school. Because the guys there are gymongous, and you can't run people over like you did at Florida. You know what I mean? You got to protect yourself now. Now you have to actually learn how to play quarterback. Come on, man. Come on. I know you're big, but protect yourself, man.
This is supposed to be like a new age quarterback that's supposed to like revolutionize, at least his team, but even the position. He's like the most freak physical athlete that's ever tested at the combine for quarterback. And immediately through like the first 5 games, he's been pulled from games like 3 times. He's missing games. It's like we're not gonna get to see like Anthony Richardson turn into a good quarterback because he's gonna be hurt. Right. He's gonna be like Robert Griffin. He's gonna just be out of the league in 2-3 years.
Roy G3.
Yeah, I mean,
damn,
I don't know how much. I don't know how much more RG3 would have done in the league. I can't say. I wasn't too much of a fan. I'd liken him more to Cam Newton's career, but Cam Newton was a little smarter about it, and that's why he stayed in the NFL for so long. But he did have injuries. He was banged up a lot, and so, Anthony Richardson, he's just got to be more careful with himself, man. Like you said, Lance, revolutionary quarterback. Well, you can't be revolutionary if you're not on the field. And there's ways to still be you without taking those hits. So yeah, man, I don't want to see the kid go out like that. So
Yeah, that's
especially if he's on my fantasy team.
especially if I could use him to
No,
win this
yeah.
money.
No, exactly. No, yeah, but it's good football. If he stays healthy, it's good for the league.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna bring eyes. He's a special talent, and we just want to see him play good football. Like we want
Right.
to see in any game. It like doesn't even matter really who's playing. I just want to watch good
Man,
football.
so still relevant to our Colts because he was my quarterback in fantasy. But again, having a good defense, always helps you win. So in that league, I played Will. Shout out to you again, Will. Love you, man. I played Will. Just letting you guys, everyone know, I beat Will 136-93. He's a big Dallas. He's a big Dallas fan.
Huge.
You know who his defense was?
Dallas
Yeah, Dallas. You know how many points he got from Dallas?
minus points.
-5.
-3. I love it.
Wow.
So
I hate playing
and
negative defenses. I'm just like, I
man.
should have left you on the bench.
Yeah, right. I mean, at least you would have got 0 if your defense didn't play. But
Zero's better than -3.
yeah, on the flip side, Miami's defense got me 12. So cool. Yeah. So
you're
Michael
a winner.
Pittman also, yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm a winner in so many things. You know what I mean? I mean, just waking up, being a Raiders fan, winner. You know what I mean? Getting up to be a part of this Ballinesian podcast, winner.
Winner.
Mark that.
Winning.
That's 2. You know what I mean? Getting up, being a beautiful Polynesian man, winner. That's 3 checks. Shit, we winning in life.
Dinner.
Amen. So, but I like Indy's one of those teams that I think if they can, I don't know, they don't really I don't know if Jonathan Taylor can be that veteran for them, but if they can get like 2 veterans to like kind of just even them out, because they're young, but they're an exciting young team, man. I like the Colts, man. I like the direction they're going in. So again, hopefully AR can stay upright.
Let's stay in the division with the Houston Texans traveling to Atlanta in week 5. The Falcons hold on versus CJ Stroud and the Texans. 21-19. They win on a last second field goal by Younghoe Koo, former Charger. Jesus. give all the good players away. Yeah, Desmond Ridder, I think, had a rushing touchdown here. I was like, what the fuck? I do not need Desmond Ridder taking away rushing touchdowns from Bijan Johnson. I think I have him in 2 leagues. But Desmond Ridder does this thing, 28 out of 37, 329 yards and a touchdown. Bijan only had 14 carries for 46 yards. He also had some receiving work. I think he had that behind the back side catch touchdown.
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts, remember him? Leads the Falcons in receiving, 7 catches, 87 yards.
You still in the league?
He's still in the NFL. I know a bunch of fantasy leagues where people are openly dropping this guy. On the other side for the Houston Texans, rookie CJ Stroud, 20-35, 249 yards and a touchdown. Still no interceptions for the rookie at Ohio State. 20 carries, 66 yards for Dameon Pierce. And then Dalton Schultz, as soon as I drop him, 7 catches, 65 yards, and a touchdown. I think that's his first touchdown of the season. But yeah, the Texans fall to 2-3. And the Falcons up to 3-2. Let's see, the Falcons in the NFC South are a half game behind the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who were on bye this week. Otherwise, they're up there. Oh, the New Orleans Saints are also 3-2. So 3 teams vying for the NFC South. Yeah, and that's Falcons. Falcons are in there.
Just like the way you were talking about Anthony Richardson revolutionizing the quarterback position. I think that's what Bijan represents for the running backs. He's in that same mold as kind of the CMC, just a bigger body. You know what I mean? So um, I know I know it's not looking great right now for you in fantasy because you have Bijan Robinson, but hold on a little bit longer. The kid,
Yeah.
he looks real, man. Like anytime he has the ball in his hands on the field, it looks like he's like, you know, I mean, a move away from breaking like a 60-yard run for a touchdown or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see it. I think, and I think he's going to be one of those guys that bring the market back up for running backs. Looking at new contracts just by the things that he can do on the field. You know, he's not just the runner anymore. Like you said again, in the same mode as CMC. So I'm excited to watch him too. No interceptions for CJ Stroud. It's crazy. Also, if you guys are like watching him and thinking, man, why didn't you go first? Give Bryce Young a chance. Hold on. He might need an O-line.
And a number one receiver.
Yeah, true. And a running back.
Adam Thielen's like, what the fuck?
Man, he's killing over there. I'll give it to him though.
Catch. Exactly. Adam Thielen's like, this is not the show.
I thought I was the number one guy. What's the what?
Adam Thielen's like, am I not wide receiver one? What the fuck?
You throw it and I catch it. What's going on?
So
don't
give up on
Bijan Robinson in fantasy. Like it's been going. He's still getting great usage. He's still an elite talent, both as a runner and a pass catcher. Even though the Falcons are like a run heavy team, the games go fast. There's not always as many opportunities. Unless you're getting like a top player in return, hold on to Bijan Robinson. The volume's there, the production will follow.
But if you have Kyle Pitts, definitely drop him.
If you just got 15.7 from Kyle Pitts, you can trade him. Trade him if you can, because it's probably going to be one of the few times where he's got a big number in his blurb that people are going to read. People are going to be like, oh, why is this guy offering me Kyle Pitts? And they go click on Kyle Pitts. It'll be like 8 catches, 87 yards. And you'll be like, oh, Kyle Pitts is good.
I'm looking at all the games, though. I'll be like, this ain't.
If you do have him.
Yeah, you better do your research.
If you do have him, maybe hold on a little bit because he's starting to talk a little shit out there, and it might lead to him getting traded because he's not very happy. He says it's the way they're using him. That's why his numbers don't look right. So I mean, maybe in another offense,
he should go to Pittsburgh.
No one should ever go to Pittsburgh.
Kyle Pitts in Pittsburgh. No, I just.
Oh my gosh.
They like Pitt things,
Pittsburgh.
like Kenny Pickett.
It's gonna be Kyle Pitts, Pickens, and Pickett.
Yep.
Did you guys hear DeAndre Ayton's new name? It's like Dominating.
Oh my god.
He gave himself his own nickname. It was during like the press day for the Blazers.
I hope I see him around Portland.
Hey, dominating.
Oh man. That's
the Saints
funny
were dominating the Patriots. That's for.
Oh my gosh! Our last game of the week, the New Orleans Saints travel to Foxborough and do Bill Belichick so dirty. 34-0 at Gillette Stadium. Forrest, is Bill Belichick on the hot seat?
No. Bill Belichick. Yeah, nah. He's a part owner of.
He's a part
of the. He's a part owner of the plantation in New England, so there's no way. But they did lose Christian. He lost Christian Gonzalez for the season. That's a little tough. I know he doesn't play offense, but it helps a lot when your offense is shitty that your defense is better. Without Christian Gonzalez, they're not good. But
they just got J.C. Jackson.
I mean, hey, where did he last play at that he wasn't good at?
Los Angeles.
They did beat us, but we still rated. We won today, so that loss don't count. that's the
Not
past.
right now.
Yeah, that one loss is worth.
Yeah,
I mean, that one win is worth like 10 losses.
Yeah,
So he's set for the
definitely,
season.
especially since we be beating the Chargers all the time. So but
No.
One day he'll
it's,
score
it's
20 points.
right. I
Won't
think
be
it's
today.
scary to think that Bill Belichick gets a top 10 pick, maybe a top 5 even.
Hey, Caleb
Like-
Williams in Foxborough.
Ooh, man. You know what? I don't even think he would go Caleb Williams. I think he would go Drake May over Caleb Williams. I think that's the type of player he'd want back there.
Do you
Yeah,
think Bill
Caleb will be
Belichick would do that?
gone.
Yeah,
By
I do.
5. By 5, he's off the board. Easy.
I'm saying if they ain't got the top pick, do you think the Patriots would pass on Caleb Williams? That's what you're
I do.
saying. Drake May.
Yes.
That's
Drake May.
Was that even one of Caleb Williams' preferred destinations? He said he makes
That
more
too.
money
Right. I
in
don't think.
the
I think
NIL in college than he would as a rookie in the
Yeah.
NFL.
you know where he would go though. You know where he did.
I saw the Raiders up there.
Yeah, but you know what? We're not trying to be in that position to draft him. That's not. I
Right.
know all Raiders fans are wanting to tank for Caleb Williams, but no, we don't want that.
You guys are going for the Super Bowl this year
Right. But I
with
think, yeah,
Jimmy
I think
G's.
if Michael Penix even is drafted over to New England, that's even maybe not in the top 5. I'm not gonna go be that bold, but I think if they get any of those 3 quarterbacks, I think Belichick. I think he wins another Super Bowl before he retires, not next season. But
If they pick up a quarterback this year to replace Mac
Yeah.
Jones,
I think he's got one more Super Bowl left in him.
Mike, do you think Bill Belichick is on the hot seat after this 34-point loss?
I don't think you could ever put Bill Belichick on the hot seat. You're just gonna have to endure the shitty seasons as a Patriot fan because of everything he has blessed that franchise with.
Right.
Six Super Bowls, championships. He's also the GM, so would he fire himself?
Right.
Like
Exactly.
Robert Kraft, I don't think Robert Kraft would do it.
No, not his decrepit old ass.
I just think that the Patriots fans just got to deal with it. As a GM, I would say that recently he hasn't been hitting on the draft. Mac Jones, not the guy
Nope.
that everyone thought he maybe could be. It just doesn't seem like they're clicking at all. But I know the fans are irritated. The journalists are irritated with Bill Belichick because I'm gonna try to do whatever it takes to win the football game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do whatever it takes.
What a stupid question. Next question.
So yeah, I don't think 6 Super Bowls, like that's who has the most? Them
Coach?
like as like a franchise.
Oh,
Like
I think
Steelers?
I think no. I think
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh is
Five?
quest for 6. So I think Pittsburgh has 5
oh, okay.
because they're
Is
on the
it- is it-
quest for 6. So I think the Patriots have
I
the
thought
most.
that was the Niners, and
Oh wait, who am
They
I
are
saying?
Pittsburgh. I think
Pittsburgh does have
Pittsburgh.
6.
Okay, I think
Oh, so, yeah.
Pittsburgh, the Niners have 6, the Patriots have 6, and then
No,
Tom
Niners
Brady.
have 5. Niners
The
have
Niners
5.
have 5.
Oh, Niners have 5.
They're
Okay.
Dallas
on the
also has
quest.
5.
Okay, so 5. Pittsburgh has 6. The Patriots have 6,
Yeah.
right.
and then
And the Raiders
Brady
have 3.
Brady has 7. Oh, we're going just the 5s and 6s.
Yeah, just the 6
This
is 6 is the
motherfucker is
most.
like,
Hey man, we got 3, man. Well,
That
hey,
one.
and the Chargers have.
hey, so we went to the Super Bowl. We've also hosted the Super Bowl.
Oh man, you know what? I was a big Natron Means fan. Just to let you know, dog. I was with the Chargers
Ooh,
that year.
what?
I was Natron Means. I was hoping that. Oh man, am I that much older than you?
Spell that name out real quick.
I couldn't
Memes?
spell it. I couldn't spell it he was a running back for
Latron
He's like a-
means
Yep, he was
Chargers.
like a one season wonder for the
Natron.
Chargers.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So
Born in 1972, played in the NFL from 1993 to 2000. So no, I don't know who this is. He's really good.
For a season there, they had a good run, playoff run. He was really good. Uh, Also, of course, every Samoan boy wanted to be Junior Seau growing up. You know,
Hey, what was this guy? Natron Means was like our LT before LT.
kind of like that. He's like a little shaped in the size of a wrecking ball, and I mean, just would just run people over. So,
Okay. Yeah. All right. So I don't know. I think. I mean, I do agree that I don't think Robert Kraft kind of has the balls to fire Bill Belichick, and he's the only one that can. Um, unless Bill Belichick just is like tired of it and wants to retire. I know the losing and stuff isn't as glorious as the Super Bowls, but even after the Super Bowls, he's like, "Oh, we're really behind in scouting. We gotta. I don't know what we're gonna do. We gotta go get ready, scout some people." He's like thinking about work all the time. So maybe he does love it, but it doesn't look like it. You know, his face doesn't. Show, his face doesn't
not at
show
all.
it.
I think the only way Bill Belichick vacates that spot is if Chandler Jones comes up with some incriminating evidence and incriminates
Is
Bill
Chandler
Belichick.
Jones
Other
still
than that,
alive?
so there's a
Who
report.
knows?
He's in a psych ward somewhere, but there's a report that he's reaching out to some of his former teammates, bigger name former teammates, to come and help him get better. So hopefully they hear him. Hopefully they can get to wherever he is and help that process going, whatever that process for him looks like, to get Chandler Jones better. Because I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's sad to see guys like that go out like that. I mean, just some of the videos that he's put out were like,
It's
I
uncomfortable.
don't know.
It's uncomfortable
Yeah,
watching like
yeah,
someone who's saying that it looks like he believes all that stuff. Like Aaron Hernandez
yeah.
wasn't like he was
Was yeah,
killed by
Josh McDaniels.
Ziegler.
Or
Oh
yeah,
yeah, by that's crazy,
yeah.
man.
Those yeah, like I don't know. That's uh yeah, man. That's crazy. So
It is weird.
uh
Hopefully he gets the help that he
yeah,
needs and everything gets sorted out after because that was wild.
right.
Yeah. Um, what do you guys do when things are going crazy and like everything seems hectic? What's like your go-to thing to kind of ground you or keep you calm? Hop on Instagram Live and fireside chat about the conspiracy. Is that
No,
No,
drugs,
definitely not.
drugs.
drugs? Drugs, yeah. Personally, that's what I do. Don't Chandler Jones it.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, I like to watch those commercials with the pets in the arms of an angel.
Hey,
And I'm
Sarah
like, damn,
McLaughlin.
man, that shit ain't. I'm like, man, it ain't that bad. I ain't living like this, man.
I'm a
Shout
dog.
out,
I'm
shout
feeling
out
bad.
to
I feel good. I'm like, damn, at least I ain't like that.
shout out to Sarah McLaughlin for saving Mike's life, man.
Yeah,
Without
many
her,
times. Thank you.
I love it. I love it.
I'm in her arms. I was in the arms of an angel when I hear that song.
Man, honestly, man, when I get like that, man, I call my people, uh, and I know everybody understands when you say your people. There's like a handful of people that you can reach out to, and even if they're gonna tell you some shit about yourself that you don't want to hear, but you have to,
Mm.
I reach out to those people and like have conversations with them, or we get out and do something. You know, try to get out of my own head, be in a different environment. You know what I mean? So that way you can see things from a different perspective. Try to just again get yourself out of that whatever mood you're stuck in, whatever situation. Just get out of it. Be away from it for a little bit. Put that to the side. You can always, if you want to go back and pick that whatever drama you have with yourself in your head, pick it back up later. You can, but yeah, I just be with my people. As you know, man, sometimes we talk. A lot of the times I'll just like with Noah and my guy Junior. You know, we'll go out and just hang out. Just get out of your own way, man. That's what I try to do. And just yeah, be around more positive people.
Just go walk around outside barefoot, just in the
Gotcha.
backyard. I don't have any
Nice.
grass in my backyard. It's like rocks and dirt, but it still kind of works. You know, it doesn't have to be grass.
Feels like home.
Yeah, those are the 14 games that were played in Week 5. Recapping all the score, stats, analysis that you need. We will be back with another episode in the midweek. I think we got Lucy Lango from Central Valley Pacific Islanders Alliance, who said he's going to be able to hop on soon. So probably this midweek episode or even the Week 6 NFL recap to get him on. He's from grew up behind LBJ, Fang'alu boy. So yeah, excited to have him on and enjoy the show and talk some more sports. Big on sports, fantasy football. He's also in the pod league with us. Yeah, so yeah, stay tuned for that. Make sure to follow us, subscribe, all the socials, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Threads. We're also, you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or watch full episodes on YouTube at Ballinesian. Before we go, shout outs. Wait, I'll give you guys a second for shout outs. And also a heads up, the Thursday night football game this week is going to be in Kansas City. It's going to be a divisional game, AFC West divisional game, with the Broncos facing the Chiefs on Amazon Prime for Thursday night football. I don't like the Amazon Prime setup. I don't like that I can't pause it, go do some other stuff, come back, fast forward through commercials. You have to watch it live.
So no replays either. Barely any. They'd rather show you like the things you could buy on Amazon.
Yep. It's a full Amazon like carousel of commercials. And I think they paid $1 billion a year for like an 11-year contract to have Thursday night football.
They also got suckered into that because the NFL went ahead and just placed like the game that's going to be this Thursday against two shitty teams. One super shitty team, right? So I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not trying to watch Denver lose again.
Yeah, right. I don't. No. I'm gonna watch it. I'm definitely
gotta
gonna
see
watch
if Taylor
it.
Swift is gonna come back.
Yeah, right. She's gonna be there.
I have vowed not to watch another Kansas City game this season because of that.
Until they break up or stop pretending they're going out for publicity.
Until Taylor Swift falls from the skybox.
Yeah, so that's going to be another game that I'm actually going to be rooting for the Broncos. Let's go Russell Wilson and the Broncos beat the Chiefs. Shout outs for this week. Mike, you got any shout outs?
Yeah, I just want to shout out to all the people in the war-torn fucking Gaza Strip.
Man, yeah.
Y'all wild, man. Y'all wild over there shooting like 1,000 rockets.
Right.
Surprise attacks. Man, we should just play like a game of soccer or something. Figure it out, and whoever wins gets to keep the land. I don't know, man. They've been fighting over it for literally thousands of years.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what to do. Everyone's like, "This is my holy site," and like 2 blocks away, oh, that's my holy site. So
I feel like they used to be peaceful. Like there used to be like Jewish people, Christians, Muslims, all in that space, all like chilling. And now it's not. Now it's like everyone wants it for themselves.
Yeah. So it's tough. Everybody's changing their flags from Ukraine to Israel. So it's the trend, the hot trend right now, guys. Hop on.
Without knowing the history of I'm not saying either one should be like celebrated or anything like that, but I mean, if you're gonna do some stuff like that, go do some research and know the history, like Mike is saying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do like some diving and seeing it because it's crazy that this has been going on for a while. I know, like, talk about Israeli occupation, talk about Palestinian militant groups, talk about hundreds of dead Palestinians, innocent Palestinians, innocent Israelis that are dead, thousands more are injured in these attacks that are going back and forth at each other. And each side is like, well, they started it, and so we got to really pull it back and figure out exactly how to get this to end, because it's
go watch Kingdom of Heaven, man. Tell me, bro.
What's that?
Kingdom of Heaven.
That sounds like Sound of Freedom.
No. It definitely isn't.
Nah, it's a decent movie.
What is it called?
Yeah. Kingdom of Heaven.
Kingdom of Heaven.
Yeah. And what's his name? Legolas is in there. Legolas.
Hey, the Bloomster, Orlando Bloom.
Yes, sir.
Kingdom of Heaven. I'll check that out. Sorry, Mike. Any other shout-outs?
No. Everybody, though, is kind of like an ad. I guess not an ad, but I'm watching this TV show, Gen V. It's a spinoff of The Boys.
How is that?
Like The Boys. Gen V is dope. 4 episodes in.
Nice.
They do like a real good job of explaining or like demonstrating the people's powers and how some of those powers might kind of suck. So having a blast watching that.
Right.
Yes. And then also shout out to everyone, probably like you too, for us. Anthony Richardson's odds for winning Rookie of the Year just went from plus 300 to plus 2,000.
Oh no!
As he's expected to miss 4 to 5 weeks with the AC sprain.
Damn it!
Damn, that's tough.
And then even Devon Achan.
Yeah,
his went up hella too, as he's expected to miss 2 to 3 weeks with his knee injury.
Yeah.
What?
So Mostert owners,
get ready. It's your time.
If you're into Minshew mania, hop on the mustache. ASAP Racky, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Yeah, that's all my shout outs for this week.
Oh yeah, those are good points. Yeah, those injuries, especially if they're going to be long lasting, got to make a move. Make that move now. Take advantage of what has happened.
Vegas always knows first.
Exactly. Watch the odds, because Vegas knows. Forrest, any shout outs this week?
Oh man, do I? Shit. Yo, hey, first off, shout out to all the Dallas fans out there. Oh my gosh. If you are near the Dallas Stadium, anywhere they practice, please head on down there. You can try out to be quarterback this week. You get a fair chance because, you know what I mean? They're not going to play Trey Lance. Cooper Rush ain't him either. And
Dak is ass. That's what Shady said today.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Can I say that on TV? Dak is ass. Can I say that?
Yeah. So, I mean, again, Shady's kind of weird. I don't fuck with Shady because he's weird. He talks a little too much shit for whatever he did in his career. But anyway, he goes along with Rodney Harrison.
Weird.
Yeah. Shout out also to all the Packers fans out there. 2 of the most important people in my life. Ha, ha, ha. Listen, John Akapo, if you listen to this, I'm sorry. But all season long, you have to hear me. All season long. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. Don't post it. Don't do nothing. See how Lance is holding that dog right there like his little baby? That's how me and the Raiders are holding you and your Packers. You guys are little babies. So, yes, sir.
We lost
shout
to the
out
Raiders.
Shout out to another person who I didn't know was someone, and because we are the Ballinesian on this on this show, we're all Polynesian here. The safety from the Indianapolis Colts?
I don't know.
What's his name?
Oh my gosh.
What's his name?
He got a interception. I mean, man, I had this ready too, but what is his name?
Interception for a score or something?
Yeah. Oh gosh.
We will find it. Indianapolis interceptions. Julian Blackman.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Julian Blackman, who threw up his ass this week after making an interception, making it known. And now the word's out. My man is half African American, half Samoan. So, man, that's so cool to see that, man. And for people who don't understand why we get so excited or wonder why, because if you look on the map and if you can see American Samoa or Samoa without using a magnifying glass, You know what I mean? Then props to
Yeah.
you. But we're literally a little dot in the South Pacific if you're looking on a globe or a map. And the size of the biggest island is Savoy, and that's pretty big. But not too many people live on that island. It's not the main island. The main island in Samoa is Apia or Oahu. They're small too. American Samoa, even
Even
smaller.
smaller.
Yeah, I mean the city of Portland itself is probably bigger than American Samoa. Hell, PSU campus might be, but and then the Manua Islands are even smaller than that. So you figure, man, if you just look up all these players coming from those islands, that's crazy. Even I like Fiji. There's a ton of Fijian, half Fijian kids playing football in the NFL. All the Tongan kids. Shout out to Noah Funga, who's really just becoming one of the, if not the best safeties in the league right now. Shout out to him, man. All the Tokos out there. But yeah, we come Polynesian people. We come from such small places. When we were growing up, the odds now are even better for kids. When we were growing up, man, the odds of making it to the league from that small island was sometimes even unheard of. And now, uh, a kid from American Samoa is 3 times more likely to make it to the league than anybody in the world. So,
Nice.
yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Julian Blackman, and hope your career takes off after that. Shout out to you for throwing up the S's. Shout out to all the Tuckles throwing up their T's, making the rest of
Yeah.
us proud, man. It's always such a proud moment when you're sitting in the bar full of people of other races, and you start seeing that, and people are like, "Oh, I wonder what that's for," and you're sitting in the back like, "Yeah, this is Samoan, bitch." But I didn't say all that, but yeah, man. Shout out to Junior Blackman, and again, shout out to everybody who's getting into this new week. I hope everybody out there has an amazing week ahead of them. If there's something that you're going through right now, physically, mentally, spiritually, I know it might not seem like it, but just hold on, man. Hold on for the next day, whatever's coming around the corner, the next season, it's coming. I promise you. Don't give up. You know what I mean? Uh, we're all in this together, and take it from me because I'm a Raiders fan and I never give up. You know what I mean? Man, come
Yeah.
on,
Nice.
man.
Nice.
You know what
Hey,
I'm saying? But yeah,
respect. Respect.
for sure. For sure. Prayers for you guys, man, that I hope you guys know that whatever season you're in, it's just a season of change. So if things seem like they're all falling around you, it's because you can't take some of those things to your next season, you know? And that means the next season for you is gonna be absolutely amazing. So if it just feels, dare to say, hopeless right now for you, just know, like I said, everything is happening because,
For a reason.
yeah, for a reason. For a reason.
To
You
just
know what I mean?
believe.
Just believe.
Nice.
But go Raiders! You know what I
Okay.
mean? Yeah,
Turn that down. Bleep that out.
Oh man, I'm gonna have a great fucking.
Congratulations to you
I'm gonna
guys.
have a great fucking week, man. You know what I
I
mean? I'm gonna tell
even
everybody about it.
when the Raiders win, I'm like mad, right? Because it's the Raiders. But when the Raiders win, I'm happy because I got so much family that are like big Raider
See,
fans, and I know how
see,
happy it makes them. Yeah.
see.
Even my dog
That's
has
what I'm
like
talking
a
about.
half face, right? He's got a patch on one eye,
That's what I'm
like a
saying, man.
Raider. It's weird.
He got he's his Raider colors. Look at him. Look, man.
You
Hey,
can also
man.
see the tinge in his eye. My dog is starting to
See,
get glaucoma. It's gonna sign him up for a medical card
I was
at
just gonna
some point.
say,
He's got the Wonder Walker harness.
Hey, yeah, I was noticing that. Looks
that's
Yo,
dope. That's
fresh.
dope.
so helpful. Like when
Fire.
I use like just his leash or his collar, he pulls hella hard. But if I put it on the front here, it's super easy. It like guides him, turns him back around to me. It's a lot easier to walk him. But
Nice,
yeah,
man.
this guy's like, how old are you? 10, 11? What are you shy?
Like
Super
he's thinking
old.
about it too.
He's like, I am too old to be held up to a camera. Put me down.
Right. He's like,
Sorry,
hey,
sorry,
man.
sorry.
Yeah, put me down.
You're the one that came to me. Shout out to Merck, Boston Terrier for life. Shout out to Levasa Island Apparel, our sponsor, Eroy,
Always.
Hosea.
Always.
There'd be the Via Dolorosa food bank that they got on Saturdays. I believe it's 9 to 12. 1331 Cascade Avenue in Modesto, California. If you or anybody you know needs food, there is food available. Reach out at Levasa on Instagram, or check out the website, www.levasa.com. Shout out to the boys at the Polyticket Podcast. We're trying to work on some other shows. We got the Pacifica movie starter kit, where me and Marcus broke down Once We're Warriors after I watched it for the first time last week. And then also a nostalgia podcast with Cepha doing some like just really old nostalgic stuff. We did MySpace. We just talked like for an hour about MySpace and like DMs, and changing your backgrounds and top eights and sibling rivalries and dial-up internet. It was crazy. It's like a throwback, calling it Way Back Wednesday. I think the first episode is on Spotify, but we got to re-release it. Shout out to them. Shout out to you guys for coming on tonight after this big Raiders week win, and the rest of us on bye and recapping all the games that happened for everybody. Shout out to us, 75 episodes, and we are just 25 away from triple digits, and we're gonna blow right past it. But keep chugging along, giving the people the scores, stats, information for everything, sports, news, life, whatever they need, and whatever else we want to talk about. But definitely tune back in on the Wednesday episode, because we got a lot more from this week outside of football that we're going to hit. But yeah, that is our episode for this Sunday, NFL recap for week 5. And make sure to follow us on Instagram and a bunch of other socials at Ballinesian. For Lance, I'm Lance Falatomo. For Mike Fiesel and Forrest, that is our episode for this week. Tune in next time. Stay hydrated, stay blessed, stay ballin', love and light. Peace. Yes, sir.